welcome to Math Lesson 16. All right, today we're not going to do a lot of review because our next two lessons are going to be all review. So we're only going to do a little review today and jump right into the lesson. Our review will just be to practice our times 3 family, our 3 table. So here we go. 3 times 0 equals 0. 3 times 1 equals 3. 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 times 4 equals 12. 3 times 5 equals 15. 3 times 6 equals 18. 3 times 7 equals 21. 3 times 8 equals 24. 3 times 9 equals 27. 3 times 10 equals 30. 3 times 11 equals 33. And 3 times 12 equals 36. Very good. All right, we are talking about some liquid measures today. Liquid measures. Again, these are review. You've learned these before, so you should be able to save these answers before I give them. 1 pint equals 2 cups. Good job. 1 quart equals 2 pints. Excellent. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Nicely done. So if we want to visualize these, I'm going to back up my chair just a second. Okay, here we go. I have 2 cups. That equals 1 pint. I can fit 2 cups in 1 pint. I can fit 2 pints in 1 quart. Now I don't have my gallon, but if I were to have 4 of these quarts, that would equal 1 gallon. So there are 2 cups in a pint. 1 pint equals 2 cups. There are 2 pints in a quart. 1 quart equals 2 pints. And there are 4 quarts in a gallon. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Very good. Okay, let's talk now about geometry. We're going back to geometry. Woohoo, our shapes. We have a few words to learn. They're big words, but they're important words because you guys are now big kids. You're not little babies anymore. You can take these big words. But to help you with them, we are going to say some of these words so that you know them a little bit better. We're going to start with the first word on my board. That is quadrilateral. 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 That's a big word, right? Did you say it with me? Quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is just a shape that has 4 sides. 4 sides. Any shape with 4 sides. It does not matter as long as it has 4 sides and only 4, it is a quadrilateral. So a square is a quadrilateral. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. A rectangle is a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. A diamond is a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. A rhombus is a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And a trapezoid is also a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So that's the only requirement to be a quadrilateral is that you have 4 sides. Next would be perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines. So perpendicular is spelled P-E-R-P-E-N-D-I-C-U-L-A-R. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines look like this. They are 2 lines that where they cross form right angles. Okay? So 2 lines that form right angles where they cross. See my 2 lines? They form angles that go straight up and straight down. Straight up and straight over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight up, straight over. 4 right angles. So those are your perpendicular lines. Okay? Next we have parallel lines. Parallel lines. Let's say parallel. Parallel. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. Parallel. Parallel lines look like this. Parallel lines are lines that will never ever cross. So they run right next to each other and they will never ever ever cross each other. So parallel lines are lines that never cross. By the way, you should have your page 32 out and open so you can follow along. If you don't have that, pause the video and grab that now. All right, next we have a parallelogram. Parallelogram. Let's spell parallelogram. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L-O-G-R-A-M. Parallelogram. One more time. Parallelogram. A parallelogram is just a quadrilateral. Remember, a quadrilateral means any shape with four sides. A quadrilateral whose opposite sides are parallel. So look at my parallelogram. This parallelogram, its opposite sides, so the side that's across from each other, are parallel. It means they will never ever cross. So these two sides are parallel. They'll never cross. These two sides are parallel. They will never ever cross. So that's a parallelogram. Their opposite sides will never cross. Let's do a test and see which of these quadrilaterals are also parallelograms. Do both of its opposite sides never cross? Yep. If you were to keep drawing these sides as lines, they would never ever come together, both of them. So this is a quadrilateral and a parallelogram. How about this one? We keep drawing these lines, will they ever cross? Nope, so it is also a parallelogram. How about this one? It'll be easier if I turn it like this. Will they ever cross each other? Nope, so also a parallelogram. How about this one? Will they ever cross each other? No, so once again, it is a parallelogram. How about this one? These two won't cross, but what about these two? 1 point, this side would cross this one. So that means it's not a parallelogram because its lines would cross. And this one, our last thing to learn, we've already talked about it, it's a right angle, So that's just an angle that has a square in the corner because it goes straight up and down and straight over. So we put a square in the corner to show straight up and down and straight over. Okay, that's all that we need to learn for today. Look at your page 31. You just need to write your measures from smallest to largest: cup, gallon, pint, and quart. Number 2, write the answers. Number 3, solve the story problems. Let's look at those really quickly. We need a gallon of ice cream, but the store has only quarts of ice cream. If we buy 4 quarts, will we have enough? So we need 1 gallon. They sell it by quarts. If you buy 4 quarts, is that enough? Yes or no? Yes. Why? Because 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. Look at letter B. Micah's family drank a quart of orange juice. How many pints did they drink? If they drank 1 quart, how many pints is that? 2, very good, because 2 pints equals 1 quart. You can skip number 4. You do not need to do number 4 today. Woohoo! Okay, turn the page to 32. You need to do number 5. Write 2 shapes that have 4 equal sides. Look at your green box at the top of the page to help you if you need to remember. Number 6, write 3 shapes that have 2 sets of equal sides. So what are 3 shapes that have at least 2 sets of equal sides? For example, this is one of them, a square. this side and this side are the same, and this side and this side are the same. They have the same measure. So that's one set of equal sides, another set of equal sides. So a square would be one of them. Now find at least two more. Number 7, write 4 shapes that have opposite sides that are parallel. And we went over those a little bit earlier in our lesson, so you can go back and look at that if you need a reminder, or just look at the green box at the top of your page and see which shapes have sides that are parallel. Number 8, which shapes have at least one right angle? So look at where their sides meet, and if they meet by going straight up and down and straight over, then it has a right angle. Number 9, find and trace 2 sets of perpendicular lines. So 2 sets where the lines are going like this, and 2 sets of parallel lines. So lines that will never cross. It can be going up and down, or it can be going across. It does not matter. So find and trace those lines on your paper. Okay, that's all for our lesson today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!